Matrix is a little weird this morning, so he may bark his way through this. But you may be hearing my generator too. Yeah, can you hear it? Well, the reason that it's on right this minute is because I forgot I was I forgot I was not mooch docking. I have been mooch docking so much in the last few weeks, I guess, that and when I do that, that means I can plug in. I have an electrical cord that I can plug in, and so I don't have to run my generator. So this morning, if you don't know what mooch docking is, that means when you're staying at somebody's house, it's not a campground or anything like that, but you get to plug in. So I've been mooch docking, and my daughter's actually, so I guess that still counts, right? So anyway, so I got up this morning and I checked the gauges up there. You know, when I go in and out of the door, I always look up and see what's going on. I looked up and it was 12.4, and I'm like, holy crap, what is going on? So I'm trying to find my phone because I have the gauge on it, so I can look and see what the my battery is charged to. And of course, I couldn't find my phone, so I immediately just turned my generator on. And then I found my phone after that, and it was down to about 30%, which is low, but it's not dangerously low. So I was saved. But if I thought then I thought about it, it was warmer here last night. It was like 50 degrees. So I didn't turn my heat on. If I had turned my heat on and that had run all night, then I probably would be without battery. I charged my batteries yesterday, but not all the way. I did it while I was driving. So, and I did think to check last night before I got ready to go to bed what my charge was at. So this morning, I was paying the consequences. I have to now remember that I'm not mooch docking. I have to charge my batteries. And you're going to want to watch my series coming up, The Power Experiment, because I'm going to try to figure out how to use less power. So I didn't run my heater last night. So when I don't run my heater, that means unless I specifically turned on my hot water, I didn't have hot water today either. It is a combination unit, so that when I have my heat on, it also heats hot water. Or if I don't have my heater on, I can turn the hot water on independently, but I didn't do that. So I didn't have any hot water this morning, which is okay. I can live without hot water. Use soap in your dishes and whatever. So I didn't have any hot water. I didn't run my heat, and my batteries they weren't dangerously low, but they were a place that I felt a little bit uncomfortable about it. So we are at our spot here. Finally, we got to quartzsite yesterday, and I have to tell you about a little bit about this, and this is going to be helpful to people who are afraid to stay out by themselves. And that is this: there are other people around, but for me, when I like to be alone, I need people to be quite a ways, and they're quite a ways. I mean, I can see one here, I can see one over here, I can see one over here, vans, fifth wheels, whatever. And so I'm comfortable with that because we're not right on top of each other like in a campground. But for those that don't like to stay out, alone in wherever, it is comfortable enough, I would think, to have someone within sight. And so that's what it's like here. It's a little bit gloomy today. I've seen a few raindrops, which is not normally happens when you're out in the desert, but that's okay. Because it's kind of like I want to just, stay inside and eat soup all day. But I have to think about some other things too, and that is, now that I'm not mooch docking, I got to keep better track of what's going on in here in all things. I don't remember the last time I dumped. And because of that, And if you know anything about this kind of a setup in here, we have gauges to show if my propane is low, if my battery is low, or how full or how low they are. And also for my black tank, and also for my fresh water, and also for my gray tank. Well, these fans or any kind of system like this, they are notorious for the gauges not to work, because especially the black tank, it's like you have a unit like this for a month and the black tank shows it's always full. And of course, the reason for that is the gauges are hooked to the inside of the tank. And so once you start getting, gets dirty in there, I guess you could say, or maybe some toilet paper sticking to it, the gauges just don't work anymore. So of course, my black tank says that it's full. I don't think it is. I usually can test it by whether or not I have any water left, because if I don't have water, then everything's full, because my water is 25 gallons and my toilet is 12 or 13, and my gray tank is the other number. So either 12 or 13, they add up to 25. My gray tank shows that it is got 1 bar left, and because my blank tank's full, and it looks like I have 2 of fresh water. So I'm thinking I don't actually have to go and dump today, but tomorrow is a holiday and I'm not sure if everything's going to be open. So I'm trying to decide whether or not I want to go and dump. Well, I know I don't want to, but I also could pick up a couple of little things at a grocery store, although Walmart is about an hour away. So there is a Dollar General. There's actually a grocery store here, but Matrix. He sees the people next door. They're not very close, but they have a flag over there that's blowing in the wind. Come here. No bark. I told you no barking while we're doing this. Okay, can you stop doing that? A Dollar General and a grocery store and a couple of other little places like that. So we'll probably run over there. And I should also say that this place is not filled up yet. All right. Once this place gets filled up, we're going to be closer together. So that when that happens, I move further out in the desert where people don't want to go out that far. So if I leave here and go somewhere right now, when I come back, I can come right back to the same spot. There's a small chance that it will be full. But when season really gets here and there are a lot of people here, when you come back to your spot, it may be gone and you may have to go somewhere else. Now, I know a lot of people, they might leave a patio and some lawn chairs out there or something to show that they were here. That's not really my style. And of course, there's a good number of people that are in fifth wheels and so forth. So they just take their vehicle. Anyway, so if we go in town, it's possible we're going to lose our spot, but I doubt it. And there's some other great spots around here. Matrix, what are you barking at? Oh, it is. It's the flag. A lot of people have flags. Oh, yes. Well, so tomorrow is a holiday, so I'm not really sure what I'm going to do about that. But now that I'm not Moochdocking, I can't go out to the trash every day. In Quartzsite, the trash, I can't remember. I think it's open from Tuesday to Saturday or Wednesday to Saturday, but only certain hours. So I got to find that out so I can go and do my trash. It's going to be about 6 or 7 miles that way, because I stay towards Yuma instead of right in Quartzsite. So now that I'm not Moochdocking, I have to go back to my routine of how to take care of my trash. I separate it. I have I use Walmart bags. I have a Walmart bag up I just hook it onto the arm of my seat up here that has my paper in it. And then I have my trash in my trash bin here that I keep like tin cans in, or any other container like that that's not paper. And also I have, when you have food scraps, those are the worst, because you can't really put them in your trash, because before long they start smelling and you don't want that to happen. So fortunately for me, I have a freezer. And so what I do with those kind of food scraps is I put them in baggies, Ziplocs, and I put them in the freezer. Yesterday we had a chicken, one of those little Walmart roasters. So I had to, I took that all out and I have a mess afterwards, right? Leftover. So I had to tie that up in a Walmart bag and put it in my freezer. So it's freezing right now. So it's not causing me any smell or any problem like that. So now that I'm not Moochdocking, there's some other things I have to watch for as well. So trash. Remember to keep watch of my batteries. Let's see what it's up to now. I turned it on. What time is it? So I've had it on a couple of hours, I guess. And right now it is up to, it's connecting. It's Bluetooth. It's a Bluetooth. It connects to my battery. And it doesn't want to connect right now. But I looked at it before I just did that, and it was at 72%. So it went from 30 to 72. Doesn't take it. It's not a real long process to do that, but it does take a while. Okay, so 72%. Can you see that? Or does that look, say, 72 or 27? It's backwards. So I will charge it up to 100%. And if I charge it up to 100%, it should be good until tomorrow, tomorrow morning, and depending on what I run. So don't forget that my series, I have the first one done right now. It's of my power experiment, because I'll be working on that this week too, where I'm going to do the scariest thing that I have to do, but I have to learn how to not use so much power. So when I get up in the morning and I'm not Moochdocking, then I'm not shocked by where my battery is and how much power I have left. And I don't have to panic about that. So I'm working on that. So if you have any suggestions on power things, I've been searching around, trying to figure it out. And of course, things like today, I have some solar, sun's not out, so that's not an option. Anyway, I hope you all have a blessed day at this last day of the year, 2025. And I hope that your 2026 is like totally amazing, which is what we plan on having, is an amazing year. Anyway, so I guess that is our little talk today about Moochdocking and suddenly not Moochdocking. And I guess I will see you again tomorrow.